everyone, it's Tammy Pally, aka the Crafty Princess and Doll Collector, and this is an update on Sorry, the doll I purchased recently that had all of the problems that made me call her Sorry because she was in sorry shape. She's a customized doll that I purchased through an online group on Facebook from an individual seller who was not completely truthful with me about the condition of this doll. And interestingly enough, the Dolly world is actually quite small on social media. And I posted in a group, basically I was asking for help about how to get her head back together again. Because if there's two other videos related to this one, I'll try to remember to link them in the comments. But just to briefly catch you up so you know, in case you didn't watch those other ones. Her head was falling apart when I got her and she was missing an eyeball. So I got the eyeball out of her head, glued it in. It was paper, which I was not real keen on, but you know. But the big issue was her head falling apart. So I had to take her head apart so I could get the eyeball out, so I could put that back in her socket. And when I did that, I found out that the top of her, the dome here, this top part of her, the head, said icy on the inside, which indicates it's not a Blythe doll. This is supposed to be a stock Bohemian Peace doll. And so I posted on this group and said, hey, you know, check it out, that this says icy, so does that mean, is that why this isn't closing all the way? Well, I also contacted the original customizer and asked her about the situation in a very nice way. I wasn't accusing her of anything because I could tell that something was off with the doll, and I think that, like I said, the person who sold me the doll wasn't exactly truthful about the doll's situation. The customizer, Sweet Days, Ingrid, was super sweet, got right back to me, sent me a picture of what the doll originally looked like, and she did not have the same top. Her face, her faceplate and the back is definitely Bohemian Peace. She had a different body. She didn't have a Leica body. So there was a lot of work done on this doll. So come to find out, then the person who did the top part of this doll contacted me through Facebook. She also saw the post and asked me if I needed some help, because when she at some point was able to, I guess, get the top of the head back onto this doll, she couldn't understand why I was having all these problems. And according to her, the ICU part of it shouldn't matter. However, come to find out after talking to these people and then, you know, the sketchy information received from the original seller, basically this doll I'm the fourth person to have this doll. And the first person was the customizer. The second person got it from the customizer and did some customization herself, mainly changing out the hair. And like I told her, one of the reasons why I got this doll, I wanted to get this doll, was because I love the hair, okay? So, but she did not change out the body. She did not change out the eye chips. She didn't do anything but just the top. And I don't even think, I went and tried to read through her messaging back and forth. I think that she didn't even really put it on this doll's head. I think she traded the doll with the person who originally sold it to me, but also included the scalp. And there's actually two parts to a Blythe head. There's the scalp with the hair, and then that attaches to like a little, they call a dome piece, that then becomes the top, right? And so I think that person didn't even put that necessarily on the, change out the doll's head. I think there were two separate items that she, traded with this person. And then that person tried to put the head, change the head out, the top of it, and maybe didn't get the right dome. I don't know, because you actually have to glue those pieces together, I believe. So anyway, that's the long shady history. I did get the eye in. This is one set of eyes. This isn't one of the ones that was missing. Let me show you the one. She's got sleepy eyes, by the way. This was done by the original customizer. Very cute. I don't know if you can see that little heart, the little, heart thing there. And then, okay, she's got two sides that are the same. I thought she only had one, and once I got everything working again, she does have left facing and right facing eyes. I thought she only had one side facing. These are one of the eyes. The one here I had to re-glue in because it had come out. And then here's her other. They're basically the same color. One goes left, one goes right. So I got the eyeball in, and I was concerned because she didn't have any screws. So that was another thing I asked about, you know, where could I get the screws? A lot of people were like, oh, you can buy them here, you can buy them there. Well, Jessica, she is a doll customizer. This is her card. She actually said, I'll just send you screws. I have tons of them. So that was super sweet of her. It took a while to get here because of Hurricane Irma, but finally the screws came. I actually have a Dolly dress that I made that I'm going to send to Jessica as a thank you. Hopefully next week. Our mail is still kind of wackadoodle, so I was kind of waiting to make sure I could actually... Our post office, in fact, has been out of power. So I think there's a place I can go. I think I can do it through the school. But anywho, I will pay for it, of course. But our school has a small post office place, and but the school's been closed all week because of the hurricane. So I popped her back together again as best I could, put in the screws that Jessica sent me, and I still have gaposis. Okay. And I know everyone's like, push really hard, push really hard. Well, I've pushed pretty hard, and it just comes down to the dome here does not fit. Okay, it just doesn't fit. I don't want to crack her face or anything like that. I don't want to manhandle her so much that I break her. And there was quite a few people who posted that definitely an icy scalp could be an issue because this is not the same. The molds aren't, the mold for this front face and the back plate here are not made to go with an icy scalp. So whatever. I think this is as good as she's going to get, honestly, at this point. So luckily the hair covers it pretty well. I've got a little clip here to kind of pull it back because her hair's like everywhere. But I mean, that's one of the things, like I said, the things that attracted me to her were her hair, first of all, and then the Leica body. So she's kind of wobbly, which I expect. That's because of the body. The Leica body, it doesn't fit perfectly in there, and they're meant to have the sign of, they have a tilt to their head, which again, I'm cool with. I like that. It's just I wish I could get her head to close up. But it's much better than when I got her out of the box, I have to say. So I'm happy with that. As a caveat, she's kind of brought me into the idea that maybe I'm going to try a little customization. I've purchased some matte spray. I've purchased a couple of, well, one fake doll, in fact, and I'm going to just do some really minor alterations on her. I'm not ready to carve, and I don't think I'm ready necessarily to paint, but I think I'm going to, at the very least, try to matte finish a doll and jazz up her pole ring and, you know, do a few very light, if you even want to call it customization. It's like barely customizing the doll. And as far as this doll goes, I think one other thing I'm thinking of doing is at least taking some of these. This is super, super heavy, and I'm a little concerned that, you know, because she's not a doll that I'll be taking out on the road and taking pictures or hanging out with. She's going to be staying in my cabinet and hanging out occasionally with me like this. But, you know, she's a little bit more, you know, delicate than a normal Blythe doll. So, but yeah, so if nothing else, I've joined the customization group on Facebook for Blythes. Most of the people I see over there are posting their customization finished girls and things like that. So it's interesting. I have posted a few questions and I don't get a huge amount of feedback over there. Maybe it's because I'm a noob. I don't know. It would be nice. I guess we need a customization group for newbies. That's probably what I need, because I know a lot of the basics as far as, I did a lot of research on that, but that was probably like a couple of years ago when I first got into, you know, doll collecting again. So I practiced a little bit on a Barbie and it was not a good experience, so I kind of just like put it out of my mind. But Sorry here has brought me back to the idea of at least doing a little bit of customization. I do find it really interesting. Like I said, I'm not sure I'm ready to carve on a girl's face yet, but who knows? So anyway, that's the update. I'm much happier now with the situation. I adore this doll. It's just, you know, getting here was not necessarily pleasant. So thank you for watching. As usual, I always appreciate a thumbs up, and make sure you click the bell so you get some notifications if you want to subscribe. And if you have any comments about Sorry, other than telling me that I'm probably not pushing on the plates hard enough. Everybody keeps saying that. It's like, seriously, I've pushed, okay? And it's not the first time I've done this to a doll where I've replaced the body. I've done it twice now, besides her, so I guess she's number 3. And I always manage to get everything back together again. So I think it's the doll. I don't think it's me, but who knows? Anyway, that's it. Talk to you later.